Brother lads, welcome back to the Kosi Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is your Arsenal predicted 11 versus Westham this Saturday in a game that Arsenal have to win absolutely to make sure that we stay within reach of Liverpool. But also, there is a big chance that Liverpool might drop some points this weekend and also in the incoming midweek. So all we've got to do is win, and wait. And Westham. Yeah, listen, they've got a new manager in Graham Potter. That's a different Westham. That's a different philosophy, but they are still the same players. I think Arsenal, before Graham Potter goes and gets a real grip of this Westham team, rebuilds it, brings in the honest players that he actually wants, Arsenal still have a chance to beat West Ham and walk away with maximum points. Obviously, West Ham will be without one of their danger men in Lucas Paqueta. That is even an added advantage. But the question still remains, who starts up top? Do we start with Raheem Sterling? Do we start with Mikel Merino? What about the midfield? Partey was taken off in the last game and Jorginho came on and things changed. So do we go with Partey? Do we go with Jorginho? And Ben White is back as well. So do we play Ben White or do we play Julian Timber? Couple of questions that we have to answer in this episode. Hit the like button. This is your predicted 11. So let's start off with goal, which I won't waste a lot of time on. David Raya, no question about that. We don't even have a second goalkeeper, honestly. Like, who is Arsenal's second goalkeeper? Is it Neto or is it Setford? I don't know. Like, because whenever Arsenal are trying to change, it just feels so insecure. You just don't want to see a second goalkeeper. So David Raya, definitely in goal. These days we are playing out from the back because we don't have that tall guy in Kai Havertz, and he's very good with his feet. But when it comes to Arsenal playing with Mikel Merino, he's got that quality to pump the ball into the lead striker. Now the defense has a point of contention. Calafiori, Lewis Kelly, Julian Timber, Ben White. We have 4 fullback options and Zinchenko. 5 fullback options that are available, fit, and ready to go. I mean, when you consider what our season has been, riddled with injuries, unlucky, a season from hell, I will take that. I will take 6 or 5 fit fullbacks that are waiting to punch each other in the face to actually get a starting position. At right back, I want to see Ben White at right back. I want to see Ben White at right back. Now, there is something very special that Mikel Arteta did with our fullbacks when we played Leicester City, especially when Mikel Merino came on, but also even when we had Trossard up top. What happened? Now, because we do not have this tall guy in Kai Havertz to, just kick the ball and then he brings it down, Arsenal had to play with a shorter centre forward, and that is Leandro Trossard. Now, Trossard is not your typical centre forward. He's not going to get that ball, bring it down, and do all that kind of stuff. So Arsenal needed to go back to the old system of playing out from the back, building right from your goalkeeper. Your goalkeeper is your first attacker. And what happened was Arsenal needed to create overloads in different areas of the pitch using our fullbacks. So what you saw was Julian Timber tucking into midfield, but also Lewis Kelly coming into the midfield. Usually what we used to see was the kind of elbow system where you have Timber, staying back to form a back 3, and then Lewis Kelly moving forward into midfield. One of the fullbacks moves into midfield and the other stays to form a back 3. But what we saw against Leicester is Arsenal just didn't care. Partey dropped a little bit deep to form a back 3 with Saliba and Gabriel, while Timber and Lewis Kelly both moved into midfield to create overloads. And it worked. right? We just didn't score, but it worked. You remember Arsenal had a lot of, ball possession, and we had a lot of passing options. Despite the fact that we were playing a very compact team in Leicester, they had employed a system where they had 5 at the back, 4, I think 5-3-2, right? Something like that. It was so compact, but Arsenal had passing options because both of our fullbacks had moved into the midfield. So in this game, though, I would love to see Ben White. Now, Ben White is not as technically gifted on the ball as Gilles Timber is. Like, Timber is like a midfielder. He's a centre-back, turned right-back, turned midfielder. He's so good on the ball. He's so good with his feet. So what I would do, and what I would like to see, I would like to see Ben White start in this game. And I'm going to explain why I want him to start when we come to the striker. I want him to make that, those continuous oscillations between fullback and attacking right back. I want him to support Nwaneri. I want him to make those overlapping runs past Nwaneri, because with Ethan Nwaneri, what you have is a player that is so interested in cutting on his stronger left foot and bending it. And what better way for Ethan Nwaneri to do that with a decoy in Ben White, who is always running past him? Because what happens there is that when you have a player like White at right back, he's always going to run quickly past Nwaneri. And what that does, it takes the left back of your opponent with Ben White. Now, that forces a centre back to come and cover Ethan Nwaneri. And that is deadly, because in that space where the centre back comes from is where Nwaneri shifts into and cows it into the back of the net or wherever it goes. So I think, for me, White is important to our goal-scoring strategy, and I would love him to start. Left back, Gilles Timber. Yes, the fans of Miles Lewis-Kelly are going to kill me. But I think why I would play Gilles Timber at left back still is because we are going to need that extra body from the defense, from fullback, to step into midfield. And that is going to be Gilles Timber. Very good in possession, very calm, very good take care of the ball, and very good at tackling a no-nonsense man. So Gilles Timber at inverted left back, moving into midfield. The centre-back partnership doesn't have to change. I'm sorry. It doesn't have to change. Saliba and Gabriel. And with Gabriel in the team, you're always expecting that one chance from a corner, from a free kick, to go into the back of the net. His positioning is very good. Teams have tried to cope with him, and they have literally failed. The one thing I would say with Arsenal is that we are not creative enough. We should have, with teams focusing on Gabriel, why don't we get another plan? Like, have Gabriel and have teams focus on him, but that is not the main plan. Like, try to get a player like William Saliba or MERINO as the target, and you can score while the other teams are looking at Gabriel. In midfield, do we go with Partey or Jorginho? I think we go with Partey. Should we? Yeah. We go with Partey. Partey has got that engine. When you have very, very off-form players like Odegaard, he's going to give the ball away a couple of times, a little bit sloppy. You want a rock-solid DM. And I think Partey is that rock-solid DM. I would play Odegaard because still is a captain, and I believe before the season ends, he's going to become better. He will score 5 goals in 5 consecutive games. Trust me. I feel it. And then Declan Rice as part of the midfield. The forward line, Trossard on the left. Please keep Sterling out of this team. Keep Sterling out of this team. Keep him out of this team, please. Ethan Nwaneri, I've explained why I want Ben White to play with Nwaneri, but this is the real reason why I want White to start in this game. Mikel MERINO, ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Arsenal's centre forward who scored 2 goals at crucial moments to give Arsenal 3 crucial points in a very crucial title race in a very, very crucial game. So why I want Mikel Merino to start in this game is simple. We are not creative enough as a team. No one should lie to you that Arsenal are going to miraculously create chances. So if your strategy is corners and counter attacks and swingers in the box or crosses, then you've got to start with Mikel Merino. But also, why I want Mikel Merino to start is if you're Ben White and he's willing to overlap always, he's going to have the chance to cross the ball into the penalty area a little bit more. Play with Mikel Merino up top. That is my starting 11. Trossard, Merino, and Nwaneri. You could bring on Sterling later if it's necessary. If it's not, then don't even bother. See you in the next video.